So, day one in Delhi was more fun than expected. Day two in Delhi was less fun than expected. Main thing that became frustrating. Well, there's a number of things piling up at once. But I was in Connaught Place, which is it's where my hotel is. But it's a shopping area. It's a very interesting area, but it's also where they know tourists hang out, and there are people they call touts who make money by guiding tourists to specific places. That if they get you to go to a hotel, they get a commission from your hotel. If they get you to go to a tour agency, which are usually not entirely on the level. I haven't heard about exactly what goes wrong if you book a tour through one of them, but I'm not eager to find out. So, but they, in Connaught Place, they kind of present themselves as just friendly strangers coming up to you, and they say, "Oh no, I'm not making money off you," because they don't take money from you. They just send you to fake tourist agency. Well, it says it's the government tourist center, but it's actually just a private enterprise sharing money with people who walk around Connaught Place getting visitors to go there. And what they've started doing is really frustrating. They try to get you disoriented. The Connaught Place on the map looks very logical, easy to figure out, but it's easy to get confused if you're at one place and being told you're at another. And so that's what they seem to have started doing. That they ask, "Oh, where are you going?" And I mean, here's the thing that kind of freaked me out. They have a place now that's a decoy of the place I was going, Palika Bazaar. I said, "I'm going to Palika Bazaar." They would say, "Oh, sure, right this way. You know, it's right over here." And then as we started walking toward where they were going, they would say, "Oh, there are some better emporiums over here. Palika Bazaar isn't very nice." And well, Palika Bazaar actually is not very nice, but it is fascinating, and I'm glad I eventually made it there, though more to that. So then, but then they say, "No, you really don't want to go to Palika Bazaar. You want to go to this emporium instead. And you should stop by this tour agency." And they have a place now set up that has a sign over it that says, "Welcome to Palika Bazaar." It's the decoy. They take you there and say, "Look, Palika Bazaar. You don't want to go there." And so then but then by the time I went there and figured out this is not Palika Bazaar. I've been to Palika Bazaar before, and I don't know if there's the corner I'm missing, which is where you get to the right Palika Bazaar, but this is not it. So by the time I was at the wrong Palika Bazaar, I couldn't figure out how to get to the right one, and anybody who offered to come up and help me find it was saying, "Well, first you should go to this tour agency." And I got to the point where I'd either give them the stonewall or I'd tell them something stupid. I told one of them that I'm looking for a store called Nunya. Have you ever heard of the store called Nunya? And as it happens, I didn't get to the punchline of that joke because I saw the place I was actually looking for. Like, oh, I stumbled on this actual place I was looking for. I don't have to find the Nunya. But that's an old joke you all know, right? Nunya business. One that I was like walking on, he'd just come around the corner and saw me. I mean, I'm presuming this guy was a tout. I did not engage with him, but he saw me and said, "Oh, how are you?" And I just kept walking, and then under my breath I said, "I'm white, how are you?" I don't know if he appreciated that, but some other passersby seemed to find it amusing. I did not get the point. So then I actually got to Palika Bazaar and was looking at is looking at electronics, which may have been not the actual best uh, quality advertised, and DVDs that were probably not anywhere nearly related to the legal release. I didn't buy them. But then I saw a store with Converse shoes, and I thought, oh, well, I could see how much I'd get these for. So then they asked me kind of what kind I'd like, and I said I kind of pointed to the ones I liked. And he said, "Well, sit down. I'll try them on for you." And so I sat down, and he took off my shoe, and he said, I'll get the size from this." And he took my one shoe and went over to this kind of hole in the ceiling, this attic kind of place, and handed it up to someone up there, saying, "They're getting the size of your shoe. Let's try this one." And I mean, I immediately thought, okay, bad idea. And I mean, he started trying to bargain, like, well, how much will you pay for this? How much do you want to pay for this? How much will you pay for these Converse shoes? And my move in bargaining is to walk away, and I couldn't because he had my damn shoe. And so I ended up kind of saying, look, I am not buying anything I am not bargaining with you without being able to walk away. So give me my goddamn shoe back. And he eventually, I mean, it took me kind of losing my temper to make that happen, because he'd say, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll get your shoe right back. Yeah, but now how much will you pay for these shoes?" So so that was the day of annoyance. But today is a new day, and last night went well. I met a friend from online. His name is Vinit, and he's great. It was really great meeting with him. I mean, we have a lot of ideas in common, and he works with an agency that helps poverty in India, and it's an interesting. I mean, we had a long chat about it. I mean, one of the things I see these great pictures on his profile page of him going to villages and stuff for work. And started the conversation with, "Okay, Vinny, you've got to tell me, what do you do? What is your job?" And it was a great conversation, and I was glad to be able to meet with him. So the day turned out to be a good day, but let's hope today is better